Welcome to your daily focus for February the 17th, 2023. So it is a good day to make decisions. We're clear headed, we're open minded, we have new insights, we're positive thinking. And well, there's a lot happening in the sky today. So we'll get to all the energy. Let me start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We have the 17 energy today, and that's making the impossible possible. We get insight, information, knowledge, clarity, understanding to do something that we thought we couldn't do, or we couldn't move forward in a certain way, or the door wasn't open for us to walk through. And we see now clearly that it is. 1 plus 7 is an 8 energy, and 8 energy is about abundance. It's about abundance, absolutely. But more importantly, it's about embracing our strength, our courage, and walking with a sense of integrity. We have the sun in Aquarius, the moon is in Capricorn. Now, first of all, we have Mercury and Jupiter talking together up in the sky, and they're getting along. So, optimism, new insights, cooperation. This is a good time to make decisions and make plans for the future. Absolutely, because we're thinking, we're strategy minded. We are growing our abundance through our thoughts, through our words. So Mercury and Jupiter are getting along. So it's the abundance coming in. It's the expansion of through our words, through our thoughts, through our communication and our cooperation. Okay, our minds are open. We seek very positive aspects. We have curiosity mixed in there as well. So we're looking for the solutions to the problems. We're clearer, much clearer in our thoughts in order to be able to find the solutions to our problems. So blend that with the 17 energy. And I'm sorry, I completely didn't say the daily, okay? The daily energy 2 plus 8 plus 7 is a 17. So it's the whole month is like that, where we're getting the energy in duplicate, which it rarely happens. So we have a whole month of this dynamic energy coming in each and every day. You know, the 8 is so much more powerful. The 17 is so much more powerful when it comes in a combination like this, because it comes in both ways. Now, remember we have the Sun conjunct Saturn, okay? So nose to the grindstone. We talked about that in depth yesterday, so I won't go into it too much today, but know that that energy still surrounds us. The Sun is also talking to Pluto, so it gives us that focus and that drive to go after our goals, to achieve those goals. And this is a time when we could transform maybe an obsession or a compulsion that we have into a constructive way of walking forward. So if you have compulsions, if you have obsessions, then by all means look at them, because this is a perfect energy to transform them into the type of behaviors and habits that you want in your life for yourself. And then we have Mercury and Neptune, and they're not really getting along. So we could be drifting off and wanting to daydream more than we want to work. Now, remember with that Sun Saturn conjunction, it's a time when we really have to put our nose to the grindstone. And if we relax, if we kick back, chances are we're going to face hardships later down the road because of our actions today. So be very careful if you're starting to drift into dreamland and you just want to relax for the day, and it's not a really good day for doing that. And Mercury and Neptune not getting along up in the sky is probably going to just make us drift and not really work through things. It's a bad time to give any kind of presentation to, if you're going to ask for a raise or something, definitely don't do it on a day like today. Okay. You can make the plans, but don't verbalize it to the boss yet, okay? Not with Mercury and Neptune not getting along, because we'll dream what we want to dream, and we won't see the pitfalls that we are creating for ourselves. Okay, let's get to the cards. Okay, our shadow energy, look at this. The Magician shows up as our under the 17 energy, the Magician appears as our shadow card. So today is full of magic for us. Now, Mercury and Jupiter are together in the sky, and this card comes out. Your words, your subconscious, and your words and your thoughts do have power. They have the power to transform your life, to manifest things in your life, to walk you down a path. And trust me, the government's using it more than we are. Okay, and they're telling us it's kind of nonsense. They're kind of leaving it out there, but they've got team after research team after research team trying to utilize these talents and abilities that we all have within us for their own gain. So today is a day to use your words, your thoughts to really bring in the path forward that you want, your best life ever. Okay? Sit and just, and I don't want you daydreaming the day away because it's not that kind of energy, but even if you just take a couple of deep breaths and just take 2 or 3 minutes, and just imagine your best life ever. What does it look like? And throw as much detail into it as possible, and then open your eyes and go upon your way. The Magician is saying, what do you want? It can be yours. The Magician is saying, your wish is my command. So what are you wishing for? What are in your thoughts? Are they positive thoughts? Are they negative thoughts? I think because of Mercury and Jupiter together, we will have more positive thoughts, and we will be looking a little bit more for the positive than the negative. So I think that today is, a day when many people will just say, you won't believe the luck I had. This happened in my life. This door opened. This came into my life. I've wanted this forever, and I can do it now. Okay, so really just going with the flow will allow us a lot of opportunity, a lot of growth, a lot of success. We have the 10 of Cups as our first card, so our happily ever after. What is your best life ever? If there was ever a day to really, because we can make some really strong optimistic plans for the future under this Mercury Jupiter, because we are good at making decisions and seeing a path and creating a plan and creating a strategy. So what is your best life ever? Sit down and think about it. Strategize it a little bit. Do you want the big castle? Do you want the family, the 2.5 children and a cat and a dog and a loving spouse or partner with you and living in the lap of luxury? Is this what you want? But what does your happily ever after look like? What does your best life ever? Because some of us could be, you could be in the middle of the jungle and searching for that new species or something, and that is the pinnacle of your life. I mean, it's just so rewarding for you. Or it could be when you make those Afghans. That could be so rewarding for you, and to have the time and the energy and the health and the well-being in order to do that day in and day out and bring smiles to people's faces, and hopefully you're getting some money for them. And what is your thoughts of your best life as ever? Is it physically fit? Is it a loving family around you? Is it money in the bank that you don't have to worry about the bills or putting food on the table? Or maybe it's a trip around the world, or maybe it's going back to school and growing your knowledge in some way. But it's definitely, the Magician is the underlying energy. We got the 10 of Cups as our first card. The second card is the 4 of Cups. Gratitude comes in. Now, I am doing the Feb for the whole month of February. So at the end of February, we'll have 28 videos that you can go to at any time. And it's only a moment long. So even going through the whole 28 of them, going to the playlist and just playing them, you're done in under a half hour. Okay. But it's about being grateful and realizing the things that are in your life. So if you're following me at 5 a.m. every morning, and I think I'm on every platform out there, and just listen. It's under a minute, and it sets your intentions. You start to see what you have to be grateful for in your life. You start to see maybe what you took for granted. I mean, maybe it's people, maybe it's things, maybe it's your environment, maybe it's yourself. Now, I kind of get this, so I have to say it here, okay? So, as a parent, when your child came up to you and said, I've got to have it, I got to have it, oh, please, it'll just mean the world to me. And so you go out and you get it. And you watch the smile as they open up the box and they're so excited. And 2 days later, you find it broken in the corner. And about a month later, they come back and they go, oh, I got to have, I must have, oh, it'd be the best day of my life. And you remember that thing that you spent all that money on and it lasted a whole 2 days and they didn't treat it with any kind of respect or oh, would you be getting that next thing right away for them? Or maybe they have to do some chores, or maybe they have to work for it, or maybe they have to come up with half the money, or we kind of say, well, now you got to do some work for it. Now you gotta show us that you really want that in your life. And so if you look at this card, we have the hand of God with this cup in the background. Okay, we also have a deer there, and I like the deer because where I live, if you see a deer, you're supposed to wish for $1,000,000, and you're supposed to get $1,000,000. So the deer's there. But okay, so the cup is there. Okay, and it's usually the hand of God holding on to it, and it's right there. They're waiting to give it to you. As a parent, you want to get it for them. You want to see the smile on their face, but your common sense says no, they're not appreciating it. They're not loving it. So when we give gratitude, you find a quarter on the sidewalk, say thank you. Somebody does something nice for you, say thank you. Look around and see all the things in your life that make your life just a little bit easier. Like when you turn on the tap, the water runs. Once upon a time, that wasn't a thing, right? So be grateful that we've got modern plumbing. Be grateful that you've got a flushing toilet. Be grateful that you've got a nice bed and it's not made out of straw, so you don't have to worry about getting lice every winter and wearing a cap to bed. So, it's about being grateful for the things that we already have in our life. Bring more in to be grateful for. Like attracts like. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, where's your focus and where does your focus need to be? If we put a seed into the ground and come back 6 months later, chances are we're not going to find anything growing. But if we put that seed in the ground and we aerate the soil and we get rid of the weeds and the rocks and we add fertilizers to it and we water it and make sure it's getting enough sun and or maybe it needs some shade or whatever, we have a bountiful crop. So once again, it's about the commitment and showing up each and every day towards our goals, our dreams, our desires, our wants, and keeping them front of mind. Okay, a mantra card, you say? Let's do it. And we have potential. Think big for your future. Well, I can say without a doubt, this is one of those days when you want to think big about your future. Mercury is getting along with Jupiter. They're talking in harmony about how to grow the abundance in your life, how to bring in the happiness, the joy, the well-being. So potential. We rarely step into our true potential in life. We live a certain part of it, but for reasons we've built up walls and we've made boundaries and we've drawn lines in the sand, and we don't really allow our true potential to come out in most cases. What we are actually worthy of, deserving of. And trust me, it's so much more than you think. Your creative and mental powers carry great potential. Your plans to expand your horizons are underway and everything is progressing steadily. Think and plan outside your limitations. Remain open-minded as there's more possibilities and opportunities than you can see at this point. It could be study, a business venture, travel. Be ready to take on the challenges with a think big attitude. Empower yourself with more development and self-exploration. The mantra is, my visions and goals take me beyond my current limitations. My visions and goals take me beyond my current limitations. Remember, we have that 17 energy. We get that clarity, that understanding, that knowledge of how we can truly step into something that we've wanted to do, but we thought the doors were locked. So, and I mean, that card just goes perfectly, smashingly well with Mercury and Jupiter. I don't know where that smashingly well came from, but okay, we have the deer, love. So the second time the deer's come up in this deck, it represents love. So guys, if you could just bring it in nice and clear, please, so I can read it. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. Thank you. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Just understand just how deserving and worthy you are. Love yourself enough to color outside the lines today when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to the things that you want to be successful for in life and have successes within your life. The energy is just so beautiful. Remember the Magician as our underlying energy. The Ten of Cups was the first card out. This is a beautiful energy kind of day to make some optimistic plans for yourself going into the future, and then making the commitment and showing up each and every day. And you will have an open path. So, until we meet again, remember, I do love you.